Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Coming to you from our fantastic Central Washington location here during the holiday break. We're going to do a video about the state of Hawaii. And what better way to do a video about the state of Hawaii than for me to stand outside in this weather, freezing my ass off. But there have been some developments, particularly on the island of Oahu in the municipality of Honolulu, that are incredibly disturbing. Now, I know it's very easy for some of you to see this title and go, well, it's the state of Hawaii. What does that really matter to me? But there's a lesson to be learned from all of this here for all of you, especially if you are in a state that already has a pre-purchasing licensing requirement or a state that is kicking around a pre-purchasing licensing requirement. Because we're going to be able to show you, just like we did in California, the abuse that comes with that type of legislation. So today, let's spend a few very troubling minutes and discuss how Honolulu just did away with the Second Amendment. Okay, we're going all the way out to the state of Hawaii, specifically to the city of Honolulu. Now, for those of you out there, and for those of you who aren't out there, let me get you all up to speed. Effective January 1st, there is a whole new pre-purchasing licensing requirement, which has mandatory training, and a Hawaii citizen must complete this training before they, one, can even apply for a concealed carry permit, or two, even apply for a license so that they could go to a gun store and actually buy a gun. This is the state of the Hawaiian law in the year 2024 as we approach January. Now, as I have mentioned before, when it comes to this pre-purchasing licensing requirement, other than the obvious offensive nature of it, that you have to get government's permission before you exercise an otherwise inalienable right, this allows government to obstruct, to put up roadblocks, and to basically eviscerate your Second Amendment rights. Now, a lot of people think that this is just conjecture, it's hyperbole, it's just trying to, beat the drum and get everyone worked up. But let me explain to you exactly how this occurs. First of all, we have the example in California where they removed all private instructors, and of course, no law enforcement agency had set up any type of instruction. But according to the Hawaii Firearms Coalition, what's going on in Hawaii is as follows. A recent change in Hawaii law that goes into effect in January requires instructors to be certified or verified by the county police department is being used to ignore the constitutional rights of Hawaii citizens. Despite having more than 5 months to set up a process, Honolulu and the other counties took no action until now. Due to the inaction or incompetence, this lack of process means that the Hawaiian citizens could be left with no legal method to obtain firearms for weeks or months after the law goes into effect. And in Honolulu, Sheriff Logan has said that no one will be allowed to purchase a firearm until they verify the appropriate training. However, at this point, the city of Honolulu has not established any level of training, nor do they even have a sketch of what it might look like. Now, the chief apparently has a meeting with the mayor on January 9th, where it is hopeful that they will begin to sketch out some type of training requirements to thus reinstate the Second Amendment rights of Hawaiian citizens. But until then, until the policy is published and implemented and funded, no citizen in the city of Honolulu right now has any right to purchase a firearm, which means no citizen in the city of Honolulu has a life that is worth preserving at the current time. Now, apparently this is not unique to Oahu, which is, as you know, Hawaii has separate counties based upon the geographical islands. Apparently no other county has done this as well. And rather than the Attorney General of the state of Hawaii saying, hey, maybe we ought to put a pause on this law so you guys can all get the framework in place. No. It is full steam ahead. Now, this should be a lesson for everybody, which is, yes, it is rather offensive to think that a person might actually have to prove competency and efficiency before exercising an inalienable right. I mean, if we're going to do that, can we at least give voters a sample ballot sometime in like September to prove to us that they're not going to be freaking idiots when November rolls around? But more troubling and more concerning, and this is what all of you need to be aware of nationwide, is that any legislation which is recommending a pre-purchasing licensing requirement, is just an end-around way of absolutely eviscerating the citizens' Second Amendment rights. So what I want all of you to take note around the country is that this problem is not unique to Hawaii. Any state which is going to implement pre-purchasing licensing is essentially code word for we are going to absolutely eviscerate and strip our citizens of their Second Amendment rights. It provides government, those who support civilian disarmament, with a golden opportunity to throw up every type of obstructive barrier humanly imaginable to keep you from preserving your life and those that you love. Listen, we're going to very carefully watch this case. Thank you to the Hawaii Firearms Coalition for bringing this to our attention. If you want to hop on our channel and talk about it, give us a call. In the meantime, if you guys got any questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. If you don't, that's okay. That information, it's right down there in the description box. Now, in the meantime, let's everyone remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.